Welcome to Secure the Bag Week 10 NFL Picks. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Street, you welcome back, SLAC fans. Get the money, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, let's do this. Let's make our picks for this week. You know what we're here to do. Money line picks for all the NFL games this weekend. And then after that, Strizzy is going to have a parlay for us for a little side thing. But of course, as we always like to preface, this is not betting advice. Hashtag not betting advice. This is just, a Strizzy kind of sharing his thoughts on the game and what parlays he likes.
So, I know I gotta pick the right ones too. I've been winning every week, but the last couple of weeks, the ones that I've shared haven't hit, but I've hit other ones. So I'm like, I gotta figure out which one's the right one to share with the group. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta figure it out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I know you be hitting, but you don't share all your picks with us. But yeah, no, we appreciate you. We appreciate you sharing, and obviously, they don't build the sports books off of only winners, so it's a tough thing to do.
That's facts.
But you definitely hit a couple for the viewership so far this year. So yeah, those will be up. He'll tell us what they are or what he's got for today. But also, if you follow our Instagram, he'll be posting that as well on our Instagram page, so you can tell if you'd like. The only other thing I wanted to say before we start off really quickly, and we will be quick, we just like to do this one 15, 20 minutes, make our picks and get in and out. But we do want to say rest in peace to Marshawn Kneeland. Sad story coming out of Dallas this morning. That there was a couple reports of him having, suicidal ideations and, some different welfare checks. More details are coming out that there was an attempt to actually stop his vehicle, and some sort of a police chase ensued where they know that they did lose contact with Marshawn Kneeland, and then later on found him deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And it's just a sad story altogether. A young man who, like we always talk about, like you never know what people are going through or what people are dealing with. Mental health is just so extremely important. But, to the outside world, you might think, this is a guy who's in great physical shape and is making
great
money.
Job.
And he's got, the world ahead of him. In fact, he just scored a touchdown on Monday Night Football on national TV in the Cowboys-Cardinals game, recovering that blocked punt. So you just never know. But as always, Strizzy, you always remind us, you just to put your flowers on people while they're here. You never know what this life may bring and when our time may be up. But just a super sad story, and just kind of reminds us how precious life is. So,
absolutely, man. 24 years old, just scored his first touchdown. So that's crazy. It's definitely unfortunate. Like you Julie just said, tell your family members you love them what you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sad. But definitely wanted to acknowledge that before we get into this. We like to focus on the positive, and we like to have fun with our sports, but sports are like a reflection of life, and these things definitely do happen. So I wanted to acknowledge that. Rest in peace, Marshawn Kneeland. With thoughts and prayers with the family and the teammates and everybody impacted by that situation.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and get this started now. Last week we both tied with 9. I got to give a shout out to our boy Earthly, who actually won the pick'em last week with 10. There was a lot of upsets and there weren't a lot of games. So coming through with 10 was pretty good. That's his second Super Bowl square this year. And if you guys aren't playing along, join us. Hit the link in bio. You can make your picks on Yahoo on our pick'em league, and whoever wins each week gets a Super Bowl square for our end of the year competition. So, Strizzy, we'll just go ahead and alternate these. I'll let you go first. And then we'll just kind of play it
back
like that.
Forth.
We'll just kind of go back and forth. Yeah.
I like that.
Starting off with Thursday night football, we've got the Raiders at the Broncos.
Yeah, nice little divisional rivalry here. So, the spread's kind of high. They got Broncos at 8.5, so winning by 9 in this game. I am going Broncos with this one, but for some reason, I have a feeling it's going to be another one of those games where Broncos keep it close. Raiders keep it close, and then somehow the Broncos score 30 in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Because they have been like the best fourth quarter scorers all season long, and I got them get this one, especially at home.
Yeah, same. I think that the Broncos will get it done. But I think the Raiders will be scrappy, and we see a lot with these Thursday night games, Monday night, Sunday night games, that they're more competitive than you would expect because, people are on national TV. They want to put their best product out there. So I think the Raiders are hanging tough. Yeah, and Brock Bowers is a beast, so he's gonna eat tonight. He's gonna get a little something, but I think the Broncos. I got the Broncos as well in the end. Um,
Mhm.
all right, next up we've got an early morning game in Berlin, Germany. We got the Falcons at the Colts, and I'm going with the Colts in this one. But this is kind of an upset alert to me. The Falcons haven't been great against the run, and obviously the Colts do well on the ground game, but the rest of the Falcons defense is pretty locked down. So if the Colts can't run the ball and they can't rely on Taylor to do it all, I think they're going to have a tough time passing. And I think Pittman is injured for this game too. So I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a weird one with the travel and stuff like that. It always impacts games a little bit differently. I'm going with the Colts in a close one though.
Yeah, man, this is one of the games I was talking about upset earlier. Anything could happen when you're going to another country, different time zone. Like you said, defense travels, so the Falcons defense has been pretty solid all year. And they're coming off a bye week, so they're fresh. It's hot. Like, I think the Colts have been really good all year, so I'd hate to see them lose two straight. Um, but I don't know, man. Like my gut's telling me to go with the Falcons. So as of right now, I'm going with the Falcons.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think this is
Yeah.
definitely going to be a tough one to call. Next
Yeah.
up, another tough one to call. We got the Browns at the Jets.
Oh man, this one's you know what I'm saying, battle of the horrible battle of the horrible franchises, you know what I'm saying? But I think the Browns defense is just a little bit better than the Jets, actually a lot better than the Jets. And I'm hoping that we get to see some Shador this weekend. If Dylan isn't getting it done, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going with the Browns for now.
Yeah, this is a tough one too. This is like a 50-50 game to me as well. Dookie Bowl of sorts.
Yeah,
I think I'm leaning towards the Jets at home only because I
yeah,
feel like they made so many trades. The players left behind are going to get some new opportunities, and they're probably
true.
also like, hey, we're not going to be giving up on. I don't know. I mean, because the Jets do, in general, play hard, and
Yeah.
right now, I don't believe in either of these teams. But if I got to go
Hmm.
with one, I don't know why, but I'm going with the Jets at home.
And the Jets have been able to score. Like it's funny, like I know the owner for the Jets gave Justin Fields a lot of negative, slack, you know what I mean? But realistically, like he's put up some pretty good numbers points wise for this Jets team throughout the year. So
Yeah.
they just have been able to close. So I mean, aside from the Denver game, they've scored, 20 plus, almost 30 plus points in a couple of these games and just lost them. So you might be right, man. If Dylan Gabriel can't get the Browns offense going, it's definitely gonna be a Jets game. But I just feel the
Yeah.
defense might be a lot for the Jets to overcome.
Yeah. So it should be like a weirdly good game because they're kind of evenly matched.
For sure.
All right. Next up, I'm gonna start with this one and I'm gonna get out of the way for you. Saints at Panthers. I got the Panthers at home. Panthers are a really solid team. They got the running game going, just enough for the play action for Bryce Young, and the defense is solid. Saints are terrible.
Yeah, completely agree, man. I love the boys have been doing. I love this coaching staff. Like if they lost, they're not going to. But if they lost every game, for the rest of the season to stay competitive, I hope they continue to lock in with this coaching staff because we're still young. Bryce is still young. He's still learning. Our best player on offense is young. Rico Dotto's been killing it. Offensive line's been fantastic, and the defense has been surprising considering we have no pass rushers. So like we're one of the lower end defenses at sacks this year and interceptions, but for some reason we're still really good at holding players and teams to lower scoring. So I think we're like 12th in defense right now. So I just feel like we'll be able to kind of hold this Saints team. Glad we're favorited, but I still think we can. I think we cover too. I think we beat them by more than 6.
Yeah, agreed. All right. You first on this one. We got the Patriots at the Bucks.
Yeah, this was another tricky one too. I unfortunately like we're kind of trying to catch the Bucks right now, but I think the Bucks win this game. They're coming off fresh as well. Patriots still dealing with some injuries, especially to their running backs and some receivers now. I don't know if Booty is back this game or not, but if he's not, that's another weapon that they're out. So I'm going with the Bucks at home in this one.
I'm
But the
going with
Patriots
the
have been
Bucks.
good.
Yeah, they have been, and I think they've won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
But like you said, the Bucks are a little bit fresher. They're coming off of a bye week. This is a big game for them to continue momentum and continue their lead in the NFC South. So I think they'll be locked in for this one. The only thing that I can't help but think about every time, and this is just side note, is like, dang, Mike Evans, man, he was gonna break the record for the 1,000 yards. He's been such a beast. And he's managed to get the 1,000 yards even when he has had injury concerns in the past. But this year is just not gonna come together for him. But I definitely do wish him well, man. He's been a beast.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got the Purple People Eaters. We got the Ravens against the Vikings. And in this one, I'm going with the Ravens. I think that they're officially back-ish. And they don't have any wiggle room for error. If they're going to run down the Steelers in the AFC North, they have to, start here and start in these winnable games. And the Vikings, they have a great defense, but their offense is just a little bit suspect to me. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Despite how they've looked early on, I think now that Jackson's back, they're ready to go.
Yeah, I agree. I think Vikings lost Aaron Jones last week too, and he in the couple of games that he had been back, he had looked like the best running back. It hasn't been Jordan Mason. So they lose him. So they lose a great weapon in the passing game as well as the running game. But I think Baltimore is kind of back right now, and I think the defense is going to give the rookie a lot to look at. So I'm going Ravens too.
All right. Next up, we've got the Bills at the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. Easy for me. I think Dolphins are kind of in tank mode. I can see Mike losing his job at the end of the season, even though I do think that this season isn't entirely his fault. But definitely going Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo as well. The Dolphins had a pretty good, I shouldn't say a good chance, but a fair chance to win actually up in Buffalo. They had a really good first half. Some things didn't go their way. They're not going to catch Buffalo by surprise this time. And coming off of that big Chiefs game, I just don't see them having a letdown. So this one should be pretty easy. Bills in this one.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got the Giants at the Bears, and I'm going to go with the Bears in this one. But I think this is a kind of a trap game. The Bears have a good record, and they've been pretty good, but they have kind of played to the level of their competition. And so they find themselves in a lot of games that they shouldn't be. And the Giants is one of those teams, right? Like when they beat the Chargers, they weren't supposed to, but then they turn around and lose to the Saints. So they're just one of those teams that they're not very consistent either, but they can be dangerous. So I got the Bears in this one, but I would not be surprised if it's close or even an upset.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm going with the Bears in this one too, but you're right. Some of these games that they have been really close with, they probably, the way they look, you think they'd be kind of just winning straight up outright. And a lot of the games that they've won have come at like last second drives, things of that nature. So they could definitely lose this game. Jackson Lamar Dart is what I'm calling him this year. He's been really good. And I think the receivers for this New York Giants team have been very inconsistent over the last couple of years, but I think he's had them looking the best that they've looked in recent years. And that's one of the reasons why I believe in him as a quarterback, because your quarterback should be able to elevate regardless of who was on the team, and he's done that as a rookie. So I'm still not I want Caleb Williams to succeed, but I'm still not 100% on him yet. But I like what Dart has done so far with this franchise. Dable might get another year because of this kid as a head coach.
Yeah, and I want to stick on this for just another second to piggyback off of one of the points you made. It's like Caleb Williams, like I love him. I'm rooting for him so much. Physically, he has all the tools. He can make any throw. But you're right. There's something different where it's like a Jackson Dart, like not saying he's not physically talented, but like the moxie, like the quarterback position, like there is like things that you cannot measure.
Exactly.
And he seems to have those things. And so you can see the impact he's making right away, which makes it very, very interesting. So I think this will be a fun game, and it'll be fun to watch both of these young quarterbacks going forward.
Yeah, you look at guys like the GOAT Tom Brady. Aside from Randy Moss, he's never really had a real true number one receiver. He's always made his guys look like number one receivers, but they go anywhere else, they're not going to be as successful. I think Dart has a little bit of that. Some of these guys have looked really, really good, and they have not looked very good in past seasons. So he's got that kind of it factor.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to watch. All right, next up, we've got the Jags at the Texans. Who you got in this one?
Another bummer, another kind of bum bowl. Honestly, I think both these teams are struggling. I know Stroud's out this week too, so I think it's Mills that's going to get the start for the Texans. I don't know. It's weird. I think from a gambling point of view, I think what trips me out a little bit is since Stroud is out, Texans are still the favorite in this game, so that's really weird to me. So I'm rolling with Texans because of that. They shouldn't be the favorite, and a lot of times when a team that shouldn't be the favorite is the favorite, they usually come out on top. So
Yeah,
I'm going with the
something.
Texans.
Yeah, the house knows something.
Yeah.
And I was hoping CJ Stroud would be back for this game. It's unfortunate how he got taken out of the last game.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is an interesting one. And these two teams we were thinking should be, battling for the division.
Right.
Instead, the Colts come out of nowhere and have them both way in the rearview mirror. So it's interesting to see, though, if one of these teams can salvage their season. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans as well at home. But this is another kind of like one of those close, like weird, like anything goes kind of games. So, all right. Next up, we've got the Cardinals at the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks in this one. They're just really clicking, and they got more offensive help. The defense is solid enough, even though they've been in a couple of shootout type of games. But especially at home, I feel like their defense just plays a little bit better with that 12-man crowd. And the Cardinals, they had a great game on Monday night. But that was against the Cowboys defense, and we know that everybody looks like Pro Bowlers against the Cowboys defense. So I just don't think that they'll have enough in this game. So I'm going with Seattle.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be a really, really fun one. So Seattle has the best rush defense in the league. So they are really, really good at stopping the run, but their secondary gives up a lot of yards. So if the Cardinals can continue to throw the ball with Trey McBride and continue what Marvin Harrison Jr. did for us to your boys last weekend, this one could be a shootout. It could be definitely a really, really fun divisional game, but I am going with the Seahawks, especially at home. But shout out to Jacoby Brissett, man. I'm having a lot of fun watching some of these guys get second chances and not just like squandering them. Like they actually look good, like they belong in the NFL. So shout out to these guys, man. Both of these quarterbacks actually, Jacoby Brissett and Sam Darnold. So
true.
Hats off to both these guys.
Yes, they both rejuvenated their careers in different ways. And just being a veteran, knowing what to do and getting the ball to your playmakers. So we'll see. But yeah, that game last week might have woken Marvin Harrison Jr. up. Like it might be like a turning point in his career where we see the dominance we were expecting. So,
and the funny part about it too is I mentioned this in his rookie season. Is like I don't know what it is about Kyler. He just for some reason just doesn't look his way. He could be wide open with touchdown, big gain, and Kyler just continues to just give it to Trey McBride every single time. And I think
can't see that far.
Facts. He can't see over his lineman.
Can't see over his lineman.
But seeing what he's been able to do with Jacoby Brissett over the last couple of weeks, man, like I know there's been a lot of that we can trade him. Jacoby's looked better, blah blah blah. But I think realistically, if he can't get it together and understand that Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best receiver you got, it might be in their best interest to let him go somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll see. They did go ahead and put him on IR, which is really weird because for the past 3 weeks he's been like game time decision, like, oh, I'm right, just close back. Now I feel like with Jacoby Brissett's success, they're like, just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna see what we got here.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, next up we got the Lions at the Commanders. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I got the Lions. I think the Commanders lost Daniels again to another hip tackle, like the third one this season on him. So they gotta lock that up a little bit, but I'm definitely going with the Lions in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions as well. Dan Campbell teams after a loss usually come out angry and fired up, and the Commanders have just not been good this year. And Mariota is a solid backup. He's going to do what he can for you, but he definitely doesn't have enough firepower to deal with the Lions offense as long as they're clicking. So I think the Lions got caught by surprise last week. They're going to take it on the Commanders this week.
Thanks.
All right, next up, we've got the Rams at the 49ers, and this is a tricky game for me. The Rams should win, and I am picking them, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another upset here. Mac Jones is solid enough, and he knows to get the ball to CMC. Knock on wood for CMC, but his usage has been crazy this year at this late of a season. But, obviously you just got to go to your bell count. He does it all. And so I think that with the 49ers being at home and with their special teams being a little bit better, they might find another way to eke out this win. But I got to go with the Rams. That's what the smart money says. But I'm a little bit worried about it.
I know what you mean. It's funny that Shanahan talked about how like this is still Purdy's team, but like it's been really good to have somebody like Mac Jones who can come in, who started before, and is almost averaging 300 passing yards a game. You know what I'm saying? He's been kind of killing it. So, and like you mentioned, CMC too, absolute beast. Miss him over there in Carolina. But from a receiver standpoint, he has been phenomenal. Like he's up there with like all the top receivers this year. Like that's how good he's been with getting the ball from Mac Jones. And Puka just got back last week. He had a great game last week. But he's a little injury
Got hurt
prone, man.
again.
And yeah, exactly. So it's, they got to figure out a way. I get how great he is, but they got to figure out a way to start getting the ball to like Devontae Adams and their tight ends a little bit more, because Puka's getting hit way too often, and it's showing that if they don't knock it off, we're gonna have another the running back that the Rams totally destroyed from Boyd, Georgia. Yeah, another Todd Gurley out of here. And we're gonna miss out on a great career for another great player. So I think I might go against you on this one and take San Francisco at home. But yeah, this is a flip. Both of these teams are really good. They're both very well coached, and it's a division rivalry too. So, but I'm going San Fran in this one.
Yeah, I like it. CMC 168 attempts for 596 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, and on the receiving side, 62 receptions for 626 yards and 10 touchdowns. So that's a good year for either a running back or a receiver, and he's got both. This might be his second 1,000 year. Yeah, I could see it.
Yep.
I could definitely see it. All right, moving into the last 2 games of the week. Sunday Night Football, we got the Steelers at the Chargers. Who you got for this one?
Man, the Steelers, somehow they got this like magic where they just somehow squeak out wins against teams they shouldn't win against. But their secondary is atrocious, and I just think Herbert's going to destroy them this week. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely squeaked out a win that they should not have beaten the Colts last week, in my opinion. And somehow they did it. But I think Herbert throws for damn near 400 this weekend if coaches permit.
Yeah, see, and that's my thing too. Is like, I feel you. Like, I'm picking the Chargers, but something has me thinking that the Steelers are going to be in this game one way or another.
Find a way. Yep.
And another thing about because again, the Steelers are kind of playing and punching above their weight, but they're that consistent team. They always find a way to be 500 or better. The Chargers, they seem to not play up to their potential. Like every time we think that they should definitely win is when they lose.
Yep.
Including all the way back to that Giants game we talked about earlier today. So it's like, I could see them kind of, I can see them wetting the bed on this one. I don't know, but I'm going with the Chargers. We'll see how things go. I might switch it up, but I agree the Chargers should win this game. They are the better team.
Chargers playing a lot like the Green Bay Packers right now.
Right. And speaking of the Green Bay Packers, they're hosting Monday Night Football. We got the Eagles at the Packers. The Green Bay Packers are actually favored at home, but I am going with the Eagles in this game. I think they're awake. I think they know what's going on and they know what they need to do. And I think they got better at the trade deadline when they were already good. So I'm going with the Eagles in this one, and I'm still not quite a believer in Green Bay, even with the home field advantage.
Yeah, a lot of times I feel like when a good team, and I say good in air quotes, I'm talking about Green Bay Packers, when they lose a game, you expect them to come back the next game and just kind of, win, very strongly too at that. But I'm with you, man. I feel like the Eagles, I think, kind of slugged it out at the beginning, just kind of reminding everybody that, like, we don't need to do a lot to beat you. You know what I'm saying? And then when we start talking about their offense, then they showed us, like, oh, you think we don't have an offense? You think, so you think Hurts can't throw the ball? And you know what I'm saying? I think he just starts throwing 300 for 303 touchdowns, including a rushing touchdown of some of those games. So I think the Eagles are much better than I think we're giving them credit for. They just haven't really played anyone that they feel they need to go all out against yet, honestly. And I don't think Green Bay losing to my Panthers at Lambeau does not tell me they're beating the Eagles in this game. So I'm going Eagles as well.
Yeah. All right, cool. Good stuff. All right, really quickly, Strizzy, give us a parlay for tonight's game. And again, you can find this if you want to tail it and look at the details on our Instagram. But real quick, what you got?
Yeah, for sure. I got to jump out of here. But so I got J.K. Dobbins, 50 yards, Cortland Sutton, 50 yards, Deshaun Gentry for 40, Bo Nix for 15 rushing. I got Brock Bowers at 50, although I know he's going to get more than that. And I got Evan Ingram at 25 yards for a plus 924, 90-1. That's one way. And then just kind of a simple way that should hit. I got Bo Nix at 200 alt passing and rushing yards. We should get that easily. I got Dobbins still at 40, and then Evan Ingram at 20. So it's a plus 100. So $100 wins $100. So yeah, y'all got it.
Nice. I love it. All right, cool. We will be back Tuesday to recap everything that happened in the NFL schedule this weekend and all other sports. And then we'll be back each and every Thursday to do our Secure the Bag segment. But for now, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
Go get the money.